So in this video number 13, I'm going to talk about brainstorming, brain calming, and my focus right now. Right now I'm doing this video for fun, even though I may sound a little bit tired and it's not very entertaining. Sorry it's not entertaining, but it's actually fun for me talking. So I know it's not very useful and very entertaining. I'm sorry about that. But as I was trying to explain in my other videos, I have a lot of other things that I'm doing. So um, basically now over the years, yes it has been years, I've done a lot of brainstorming and I made a lot of notes, a lot of ideas and stuff. And what I did is I came back and recently and I started looking over some of them and I realized they were sort of going in circles. I realized that what would happen is I would get stuck because of something that I needed which I didn't have, and so I'd move on to another project and move on and so on, so that I could at least make progress in the area that I could and come back to the other part later. Another thing that I realized is that there's an overwhelming theme behind things, but it's you can see it, I can see the pattern, but when I look at a lot of the ratings, they seem scattered because of the fact that it was done, over a long period of time. Also, there were times when I tried to pull everything together, but at that time I felt overwhelmed by the enormity of the project. Because I was trying to sort of like do everything, look at everything from a large perspective and a small perspective, and it seemed just overwhelming. So I thought what I'd try to do is try to work on smaller projects, but with smaller projects, even then I had problems that even stopped me from working on the smaller projects. So basically I had so many problems in so many different areas that they all combined to create one big recipe for failure. And brainstorming was one of my ways of trying to solve that. And now I'm using another technique which I call brain calming, which is basically where you calmly look over things with a critical eye. Critical is the wrong word. You look over it with an encouraging but reasonable eye. Reasonable and analytical eye. So you analyze seeking encouragement rather than seeking criticism. So you basically want to look at whatever and you want to extract the good things from it, and you want to take the good things and refine them into great things. So the idea is that you gradually move from a mixed idea which may have good and bad points to a good idea which has only good points to a great idea which has been refined. And from an idea you move to a plan, and from a plan you move to actions and experiments. And based on the results of your experiments, then you adjust the plan, etc. So the brain calming process is the start of really an active process which involves self-discipline and actual accomplishment. And I believe that brain calming is more important than brainstorming, because you can have average ideas, but through a calm mental attitude over a prolonged period of time, implement these average ideas in a successful manner, in a manner that brings you the rewards that you want, whatever those rewards may be and such. So yeah, I just basically hit upon that as I was basically cleaning up my hard drive, so I thought I'd share that. On the way to sharing that, I talked all over about a lot of other topics. I'm not sure if I'll upload the other vlogs or not. I might listen to them first and see how they sound. Previously when I did vlogs and I listened to them, I wasn't happy with it. Also, there's a flaw in my audio system, so that even after I listen to this, I then have to edit it. So a 10-minute video may take half an hour just to do the basic editing to make it audible. And really and truly, for something I'm doing for fun, if I have to do 20 minutes of work for 10 minutes of video, or half an hour of work for 10 minutes of video as opposed to say 10 minutes, then it becomes more like a second job. So my workaholic self always wants to do a good job and always wants to do things well, but it's ridiculous for me to be spending so much time on a hobby, especially only getting results which I'm not happy with anyway. I mean, I've already accepted for myself that I'm just going to do this for fun, but I think things should be moving forward, and since I started doing YouTube videos, things have actually moved backwards for me, because of I haven't had the money to invest in the equipment that I would need to move them forwards. And I've been able to spend the time, but instead of spending the time um, dealing with workarounds, I'd like to spend the time dealing with learning new things and expanding my abilities. Like I like to be adding animation to my videos and stuff like that. But I find that after spending so much time just getting things to a mediocre level, I just feel exhausted and I don't, I run out of time. I want to focus. I want my main focus in life to be different right now anyway. So I talked a lot in the rest about my main focus in life. I'm focusing on entrepreneurship, and my next major project will be a commercial website. And I'm really not happy with how the distance between my ideas and my actually implementing them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically work on getting more effective with converting my ideas, with actualizing my goals. I'll put it that way. Yeah. So I believe I understand the theory with regards to that, and I believe I know what it is that I need, and I just need to basically go and get it. There are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of obstacles, but I'm going to focus on them until the challenges are overcome and until the obstacles have been bypassed or moved or destroyed or whatever. And that's basically it. And yeah, that's about it then. Yeah, so anyway, brain calming. Brain calming is just the way I described it. You need to, or I need to, calm down my mind and not only create ideas, which is what brainstorming does, but move ideas towards plans so that plans can become actions. And for recommended further reading, there's a book called Self-Discipline in 10 Days, which probably is the most, what's the word? The shortest way of understanding the concepts related to moving ideas into actuality. So I'd recommend that book. I didn't rate it or anything, I just came upon it, but I found it helpful. And for people who don't like books and stuff, well, how can I put it? That's when you have a lack of knowledge, you should work to fill it. And when you have an attitude that resists learning, then you're going to move backwards rather than even being stagnant or moving forwards. And even stagnant in itself is moving backwards, because you know stagnation breeds a lot of bad things. If you have stagnant water, it breeds mosquitoes and stuff. So yeah, you should try to gain knowledge, and books are a good way to do that, and books are actually a very efficient way to do that. I'm aware that some people don't like reading for various reasons, but you know, liking or hating something is something you can change by experience. I find that my resistance to reading was because I felt that I needed to stay more in the real world and do more actions in the real world. But your actions are limited by your thoughts, and your thoughts are limited by what you read, because what you read and what people say to you. And if you really think about it, the common thing is to be negative and to be mediocre. So if you want to be an exception to that trend, then you need to, yeah, do something different. So reading is a different thing to do, or something like that. Right. Um, that's about it. All I'll say for now. And yeah, that's it basically. So any more videos I do will probably be just like this, and I'm sorry that they're not entertaining, but I have other things to focus on, as I've been trying to explain. Hope this is interesting at least. Bye.